Young friends, how wonderful it is that you spare some time every day to come and listen to all these seven topics which we discuss in just 1 hour and 10 minutes. And I am sure it is giving a good exercise, good learning. Some are the chantings, some are the talks, some are the Shastra Jnanam. So many are given. Those are regular. I'm sure they are definitely getting benefited. And I really congratulate, appreciate you for your having this patience. In spite of the place where you are or the world where you are in spite of your own personal so many goals or natures or pushes or pulls. Bit by bit trying itself is the greatest thing which we can do in our life. Nothing is easier in this world. Even the worldly gains achievements are so tough. What to talk about spiritual? Yet, trying is the glory of a human life. Keep trying, it starts happening. Welcome you all. Now, like every day, today too will have seven things. Kena Upanishad, four mantras are left. Let us see if we can finish them today. और आज दो करके कल दो करेंगे हो जाएगा. Before that, we will do Valmiki Ramayanam. Today we will see the few more slokas of Rama Rajya Mahima. Before that, we will be studying Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. First two slokas we saw. We will do the summary, synopsis, gist of those two because they are very very important shlokas. Just 10 minutes. आज उतना ही करेंगे. Third one tomorrow we take up. Little by little dose only we are trying to give. Before that, 6 minutes of Vedic chanting. Before that, 2 minutes of Sankalpa and Prarthana. And before that, 5 minutes of what we do every day, a common sense thought. Okay. Today's common sense thought is this. Key, close eyes and look into your mind, isn't it? That mind of ours in us always has some or the other pull towards something or the other. It may be an object, it can be a place, it can be an experience, or it may be a person. And that particular pull is the one which makes us always think about those things only, always planning to obtain those things. Technically, we call it as the vancha in Sanskrit. In English, we call it as longing. Every one of us are having some or the other longings in our heart. Mind you, the purpose of any longing, whether it is for object or a person or a situation or a place, is only to become sukhi continuously. Continuous sukha we want from each of the object we are getting for some time. Not always that we are throwing that object, going for the other, going for the other. Vancha for the common, sukha is common. But that we think it comes from the people things, therefore we have vancha towards them. Okay, now this is all negative samsara. Now same quality of vanchas, the desire, that longing, when we can consciously, deliberately create in our heart for the positive things, we are becoming spiritually called as seekers. We are becoming true achievers in the world, true saviors in the world. Isn't it? Longing it is. The positive longings, when we keep on developing, depending on the strength and depth of that longing, our work efforts will be there giving us those results. Isn't it? The ambitions you call them as the deep, stronger longing. Like, for example, spiritually seen. In me, that longing, if it is not there, to study the Shastras and understand them, I will not do it. Bore लगेगा मुझे, heavy लगेगा रख देता हूँ मैं. But I never longing for it. created by me. Our Shastras are given by the Rishi Muni. In that all dharma, artha, kama, moksha, prapti, upayas are told, especially the moksha upaya. I must know all that. They are in the Shastra. I must study. I must understand them deeply. When this longing is there, I won't care that tiredness, exhaustion. I won't say, I want to sleep, I am lazy. Sleeping, lazy, all of them are distractions to the one who doesn't have longing for the positive. So, if I have the longing, let us say, I must have Bhagavan's darshana. That happens when I do this upasana, puja, or japa, or mantrocharana. These many times with full strong sankalpa and prayer. Darshana do ghanshamanat mohe akhiya pyasi re. See that song? मोहे अखियाँ प्यासी है हे घनश्यामनाथ मोहे दर्शन दो आए तो आओ नहीं तो नहीं मेरे को कोई जबरदस्ती नहीं है आपका दर्शन करने का हाँ गॉड इफ यू वांट हैव माय दर्शन you can come and go if this is the feeling why will we do those sadhanas by which lord gives us darshan but the longing is there when longing is there people from america come and have tirupati balaji darshan नहीं है तो people are in Tirupati 10, 20, 40 lakhs people are there. They don't even go to him. There are thousands there who have not seen Tirupati Bhagwan for years together also. वहीं रहते हैं बिजनेस करते हैं बट कभी गए नहीं विचित्र है लॉन्गिंग नहीं है एनी ऑफ द टेम्पल आउटसाइड पूल बेचने वाले होते हैं यू आस्क देम डेली कितने बार दर्शन करते हो इट विल बी सरप्राइजिंग क्वेश्चन टू देम नोबडी आस्क्स देम देन दे से 6 महीने हो गए दर्शन करके दे सेल द फूल इन फ्रंट ऑफ गॉड्स टेम्पल ओनली वो लॉन्गिंग नहीं है इफ दे आर द सेलिंग पर्सन इफ दे आर मुस्लिम क्रिश्चियन है तो 50 साल दे सेल द थिंग्स देयर नॉट इवन वंस दे गो दे डोंट हैव एनी लॉन्गिंग आल्सो दे आर बिजनेस माइंड लॉन्गिंग नहीं है तो कोई करता नहीं so if I have longing for darshan if I have longing that I must have the viveka I must have vairagya I must have the control of mind senses I must be pure in my heart I must have the very sharp subtle intellect if I have longing for it then all the spiritual practices doing is an inspiration to me not a burden to me if I don't have that then it is very heavy load on me I'll always try to escape from it like if you love some subject and longing for knowing it is there there's longing to that lecturer or teacher you sit so attentively and all you don't tolerate even little disturbance by other students because you are longing for it but the other subject we don't like you only become disturbance yeah you disturb the teacher and others and all isn't it that longing for cricket match how you run and watch from 8 o'clock to रात में 1 बजे तक I give you example. So spiritual longings, I told you, the longing to be in company of Guru, doing seva to the Guru, being taught by the Guru. और जो भी इतना होता है, and the longing to stay in an ashram outskirts somewhere in jungle, in that serene atmosphere near the banks of that river, taking bath, sitting there in the banks and doing japa, meditation. Longing अगर है ना, तो I will plan myself, prepare myself for that. लास्ट 15-20 साल ऑफ द जिंदगी सारा सिटी वटी छोड़ दो बस जाओ nobody should know where we are sit there longing healthy longings just like a longing for ice cream longing for chocolate longing for lunch longing for this or that movie I don't know how much clear so two things I told now the most important is say therefore you as youngsters whatever the goals you have to achieve of the goals and as well of the means develop that longing for them love for them strong that vancha for them then from that all inspiration and strength comes with that intellect काम करेगा planning बनेगा resources gather होंगे you will work according to plan definitely you will fulfill that whatever the purpose or goal of life longing to become a doctor definitely that student will get a rank by hard work in that MSET or whatever exam. In those 10 years, they will study thoroughly entire medicine. because that longing is there. Ki I have to be a doctor. So you and I have very vague thing. Why? Because we are bhogi outside and tired in that bhoga. We are nidralu, as sleepy fellows. In other words, as you have thoroughly studied in 14th chapter, we are tamoguni, pramada, alasya, and nidra, or rajoguni. Lobha, pravritti, arambha, karmanam, ashamaha, spruha. These are the things. Therefore, all our longing for the good things is diluted or it is not there. Therefore, for us, doing any good thing becomes heavy load. That's what I told you. You have longing for your picnics and all. Therefore, with your friends, 20,000 kar 40,000 karke, you go to long distances by train, road and all. No longing for Bhagwan's darshana. They were 10 meters or 100 meters or 2 minutes from your house. There is a temple, but you never go there. है कि नहीं? You know, the gurus are there around us to teach us good things. There's no longing to learn. Therefore, we don't care them because we are caught up lost in those things. So today's common sense thought is reduce the longing for destructive things, increasing the longing for the positive, constructive things. From that draw the inspiration, from that draw the strength and energy. With that continuously, constantly keep on performing with disciplined, well planning, and that way achieve the things. You know, that longing, बहुत strong, long longing होना चाहिए. वांछा, that lower middle class people longing in the heart ki kam se kam single bedroom flat kuch apna hona chahiye. That longing makes them eat food very less, miserly, nothing is spent. They go on collecting that money and somewhere some land they get and mushkil se one floor kya one kamara bana, but that is fulfilled because of longing. Those are more capable with their longing. They expand the samrajya of their business to even the countries abroad beyond the frontiers. But दोनों उसी से होते the cricketer, everyone who has performed well, you ask him, they will tell you their background longing from 2 decades or 10 years, 12 years, how they convinced their parents, got the help from them and went to the coaches. कितना उन्होंने कोशिश की because inside that is there हमको करना है करना. Now they are in the league team, the national team, doing well, and then the name, fame, money. बाकी सब ऐसे आधा घंटा खेल लो चलो टाइम पास के लिए. वो दिल्ली में रहता है, वो दिल्ली नहीं जाएगा. Clear? Think about it coolly. Only one word today I discussed: longing. The stronger, deeper longing we have for anything, we pursue those things. We have today for longing for long sleeping hours, longing for entertainment, enchantments. They are not for human being. Human being के लिए goals are the ones which we have to achieve. Therefore, have the longing for those things. जैसे मैंने बताया ना spiritually और world का भी बताया मैंने. Longing to become a very constructive civil engineer. है ना, become a chartered accountant. Longing. Then पहले अटेम्प्ट में आ जाएगा उसको, नहीं हुआ तो 2 करेगा 3 करेगा, but he will become. And those who don't achieve, 2, 3, 5, 10% are there definitely because they don't have that luck or prarabdha. But 80, 90% are, they want to achieve but not that want is longing. Therefore, they are so much distracted. Therefore, they don't apply themselves. And that nobody knows outside. Inside the mind, they are attached or attracted to something. Therefore, their whole attention diversion is there. Therefore, they don't prepare properly for those CA exams. Therefore, they don't. The parents से मेरे बेटे 5 टाइम से मेहनत कर रहा है बेचारा, वो सक्सेस ही नहीं हो रहा है, बेवकूफ मेहनत नहीं कर रहा है वो. His side, his mind is somewhere else. हाँ, that you can't know. Someday he also doesn't know, but he'll have to keep it away. The one who has got deep longing, he says, for that I have to prepare this, for this I have to spend 8 hours concentratedly. I can't go anywhere. I can't send my mind anywhere. That's what I'm calling as longing. Not that कोई से फुकट में सीए दे दे, चाहे मैं ले लूंगा certificate. I know, not that type. Strongly longing for it. That you will do everything required for it. Right? Thank you. ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण मनुष्यदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोद श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हिन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत् परम्परायाः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तरायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम राम मंदिरोत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यस्थलानां विश्वविद्यालयानां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञादि आध्यात्मिक कार्यक्रमाणां द्वारा समस्त विश्व धर्मोक्ष पुरुषार्थ प्राप्ति द्वारा विश्व संरक्षण प्रगत्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य भारतवर्षस्य ये शत्रुवः बाह्याभ्यन्तराः तेषां सर्वेषां समूल निर्मूलनार्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये सेवा भक्ति माता पितृभक्ति देशभक्ति सनातन धर्म भक्ति गुरु भक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति सत्संग भक्ति भगवत भक्ति परब्रह्म भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक कार्यक्रमाणां शास्त्र अध्ययनानां मध्ये शांति मंत्र उच्चारणं वैदिक वैदिक पाठ वेद मंत्रोच्चारणं तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मणस्य श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता पंचदशोऽध्यायस्य पारायणमध्ययनं श्रीमद् वाल्मीकि रामायण बालकांड प्रथम सर्गस्य राम श्रीरामचंद्र स्वामिनः संक्षिप्त चरित्रस्य पारायणाध्ययनं श्री केन उपनिषदः पारायणं वयं सर्वे जीवन अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं समग्र विकासार्थं मोक्षादि समस्त पुरुषार्थ प्राप्त्यर्थं विश्व कल्याणार्थं करिष्यामहे. Now start. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Friends, Vedic chanting. Om Shri 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 Vedamatre Namaha. Shri Krishna Yajurvediya Taittiriya Brahmanam Dvitiyashtakam Dvitiya Prapatakaha. अथ एकोनपञ्चाशत् मन्त्रात् पञ्चाशतः मन्त्रात् आरभ्य ओम इदं वा अग्रे नैव किञ्चनासीत् नद्यौरासीत् न पृथिवी नान्तरिक्षं तदसदेव सन्मनो कुरु तस्यामिते तततप्यत तस्मात् ते पानात् धूमो जायत तद्भूयो तप्यत तस्मात् ते पानात् अग्निरजायत तद्भूयो तप्यत तस्मात् ते पानात् ज्योतिरजायत तद्भूयो तप्यत तस्मात् ते पानात् अर्चिरजायत तद्भूयो तप्यत तस्मात् ते पानान्मरीचयो जायन्त तद्भूयो तप्यत तस्मात् ते पानादुदारा अजायन्त तद्भूयो तप्यत तदभ्रमिव समहन्यत तद्वस्तिमभिनत अभिनत तस्वस्तिमखिनत स समुद्रो भवतु तस्मात् समुद्रस्य न पिबन्ति प्रजननमिवभिमन्यन्ते तस्मात् पशोर्जायमानादापः पुरस्ताद्यन्ते तद्दश होतान्वसृज्यत प्रजापतिर्वै दश होता य एवं तपसो वीर्यं विद्वागंस्तभ्यते भवत्येव तद्वा इदमापः सलिलमासीत् सोरोदीत् प्रजापतिः स कस्मा अग्नि यद्यस्य स कस्मा अग्नि यद्यस्य अप्रतिष्ठाय इति यदप्स्वापद्यत सा पृथिव्यभवतु यद्यमृष्ट तदन्तरिक्षमवतु यदूर्ध्वमुदं मृष्ट साद्यौरभवतु यदरोदीत् तदनयो रोधस्त्वं य एवं वेद नास्य गृहे रुदन्ति एतद्वा येषां लोकानां जन्म य एवमेषां लोकानां जन्म वेद नैषु लोकेष्वार्तिमार्च्छति स इमां प्रतिष्ठामविन्दत स इमां प्रतिष्ठां विद्वा कामयत् प्रजा ये येति सतपोदप्यत सोऽन्तर्वानभवद स जगन्नाथसुरानः सृजद तेभ्यो मृण्मये पात्रेन्न मधुहतु यास्य सा तनूरासीत् तामपाहत सातमिस्राभवद सोकामयत प्रजा ये येति सतपोतप्यत सोऽन्तर्वानभवतु स प्रजननादेव प्रजा असृजद तस्मादिमा भूयिष्ठाः प्रजननाध्येन असृजद ताभ्यो दारुमये पात्रे पयोदुहतु यास्य सा तनूरासीत् तामपाहत सा ज्योत्स्नाभवद सोकामयत प्रजा ये येते सदबोधप्यत सोऽन्तर्वानभवद सौपवक्षाभ्यामेवर्तूनः सृजत तेभ्यो रजते पात्रे घृतमधुहतु यास्य सा तनूरासीत् तामपाहत सोहोर सोहोरात्रयो सन्धिरभवद सोकामयत प्रजा ये येति सतपोदप्यत सोऽन्तर्वानभवद समुखाद्देवानसृजत तेभ्यो हरिते पात्रे सोममधुहतु यास्य सा तनूरासीत् तामपाहद तदहरभवद एते वै प्रजापतेर्दोहाः य एवं वेद दुह एव प्रजाः दिवा वै नो बोधिते तद्देवानां देवत्वं य एवं देवानां देवत्वं वेद देववानेव भवते एतद्वा अहोरात्राणां जन्म य एवमहोरात्राणां जन्म वेद नाहोरात्रेष्वार्तिमार्च्छति असतोऽधिमनोऽसृज्यत मनः प्रजापतिमसृजत प्रजापति प्रजा असृजत तद्वा इदं मनस्येव परमं प्रतिष्ठितं यदिदं किञ्च तदेतच्छोवस्य वस्य सन्नाम ब्रह्म व्युच्यन्ते व्युच्यन्त्यस्मै वस्यसि व्युच्यते प्रजायते प्रजया पशुभिः प्रवरमेष्टिनो मात्रामाप्नोति य एवं वेद अग्निरजायत तद्भूयोदप्यताभिनदरोतीत् प्रजापतिरोधस्तमसृजता सृजत घृतमधुहद्या स्य सा तनूरासीदहरः भवदृच्छति वेद Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That's beautiful. Chanting of Veda mantras, respected friends. Now come to Adhyanam of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. 15th chapter we have come to. The name of this chapter is Purushottama Yoga. Okay. How that Purushottama Paramatma has to be realized, that is told. As it is a sequence of Jnana Kandam, in the Jnanam, two things are mixed up, they are separated, and we identify with the truth. In the same way, in this chapter, finally, though, Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, Uttama Purusha. Among them, we get identified with the Kshara, Akshara Purusha, suffer as an individual. Actually, we are the Uttama Purusha. So discover your Uttama Purusha Tadatmya or identity. Get freed from all limitations. This is the clarion call of this chapter. But it starts with a beautiful exposition of the entire samsara, comparing it with the Ashwatha Vruksha. So we have spent 2 days to study it. I felt it is appropriate to re-study those two slokas for the thorough understanding. And these understandings become thorough with more contemplations. Repeatedly, when we do it, the knowledge remains strongly, firmly in us. Basing on this knowledge, our assessment of the world, our ambitions in the world, our approaches to the world, our attitudes, activities, they will become nobler. They all become means for moksha, not for bandhana. या ये सब बातें आप जैसे जैसे लगातार पढ़ते हुए बढ़ते हो तब पता चलने लगता है. पढ़ो और बढ़ो, नहीं पढ़ो तो सड़ो. पढ़ो आगे बढ़ो, नहीं पढ़ो तो सड़ो. Clear? Now today we will do the chanting of these two slokas four times. Then I will give you the exhaustive explanation of that, summary of that. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीगीता शरणं मम श्रीव्यासा शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरुशरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः पुरुषोत्तमयोगः प्रथमद्वितीयौ मन्त्रौ श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्. सेकंड श्लोक. अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धाः विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धाः विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धाः विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके. There is a vruksha, Ashwatha Vruksha. Comparing that with that vruksha, a huge banyan tree, people tree, ficus, the family. Comparing with that is the explanation given about the entire world. That whole world and the happenings in it. Also in generally are called as samsara. When we get and lost in that, that is our samsara and we are samsari. Okay, so here generally the expression of the whole world, the samsara, is also explained. How we get lost in that, that also explained through this vruksha example. उपमानम कहते हैं उसको. Then one by one thing we have to understand. And then एक बार कहने से मन बनता नहीं वो. Isn't it? Like a very tasty sabji you ate. अब बना कैसे पूछा हमने. So they show all the ingredients and then preparation. So it takes some time for you to register. आप बार बार पूछोगे. And if the very मसालेदार तरी वाला करी है, तो so many of the masalas are added in that. So मिलकर ये बना है कि नहीं? Lot of things like a building you see. हाँ है रहने को अच्छा. But then how it is made? When you think about it, million things you see there. The right from the first test of the soil, how strong it is. Therefore, how many stories can be made? How deep have to be the pillars made and with what? With the earth itself is very strong, some cemented pillars will do. But थोड़ा उसमें है तो उसको कंक्रीट करके सीमेंट करके पिलर itself is इतना strong बना. On that the building again. मतलब है, then pillars, secondary pillars, slabs, the walls, windows, and a variety of material used for that. है कि नहीं? एक बिल्डिंग मतलब not an ordinary thing. So to an वृक्ष. वृक्ष का पहले देखोगे, especially the अश्वत्थ वृक्ष, people tree. Roots it has got, trunk it has got, big branches it has got, secondary branches it has got, leaves it has got, tender leaves also it has got, secondary branches also it has got. Those secondary branches go into the earth, again from that the second tree comes. Then in those trees, in the tree and all of them, lot of birds, insects, they stay. इवन वी स्टे वट वृक्ष पंचवटी पांच वृक्ष जो वट है उसके नीचे ही भगवान पंचवटी बनाकर रहते थे. वट वट फैमिली के 5 trees, ऑल द 5 at one place. आई डोंट रिमेम्बर ऑल 5 ऑफ देम. पढ़ा है लेकिन कहाँ याद होता है सब. वृक्ष पहले समझो. देन दिस संसार वृक्ष. ओके, होल samsara, what you see, all of that. In this, everything you have to take into account. All the beings, in all the things, in all the 5 sacred elements, Panchamahabhuta, including sun, moon, star, सारे इसमें आ जाए. इसको पूरा संसार, the Hindi word is correct. पूरा संसार बोलते. In Sanskrit and Telugu or South Indian language, samsara means the bondage also. But in Hindi and even in Sanskrit again, samsara means jaga. The technical meaning is samyak sada sarati iti. Samyak means very well, undoubtedly. Sada always, sarati means sarakta rehta hai. That doesn't stay the same all the time. Every moment changes, it's called samsara. Samyak sarati, not stable any moment. Isn't it? Is the world same every moment? कहाँ कितने स्पीड से अर्थ घूम रहा है ना? Around itself, around sun. Accordingly, how many weathers, atmospheres are changing every moment. The moment I said the moment, in that moment only, how many people died, how many people are born, how many animals died and born, how many insects died and born, how many plants died and born, to how many plants the leaves are new ones born and gone, how many flowers नीचे गिर गए नए flower आए, how many waves changed in the oceans. देखो कितना लगातार बदल रहा है कि नहीं. बदलने के कारण इस जगत को संसार कहते हैं. No, it is a good meaning and good understanding. What is understanding here? Because it continuously changes, don't trust it. That it will give you anything continuously. Mm. Because it changes. Wherever we accept it, we are safe. Like mangoes. Come only in summer. You accept it. Therefore, in summer you enjoy the mango. When the summer is over, other season comes, mangoes are not there, you don't cry. You accept it. बिकॉज संसार changes, atmosphere के अनुसार फल होते हैं. But when it comes to your friends and all, that you don't accept it. That's the problem. What is to be accepted there? Are day by day, month by month, he is also growing. His mind intellect is changing. His priorities are changing. His inner, whatever the karma phala have to be expressed, prarabdha they are expressing. They cannot have the same love for you all the time. And you also have changed definitely. Some people you were loving, you left them. Some new people came in your mind. Oh, देखो. बट वी नो नो बट उसने भी छोड़ को गया. तो जाएगा वो, तुमने भी बहुत लोगों को छोड़ा है. They also are becoming miserable. And you don't even know that they want you or your company and all. पता भी नहीं. Just like your mind is longing and suffering, so do others. When we suffer, we don't accept. What is the accepting thing? Change. दिख रहा है ना, शादी के समय पहले तो 2-3 साल तुम कितने प्यार करते थे मुझे. The husband says, wife says, मैं हमेशा बेवकूफ थोड़ी रहूंगी. I become it. And the children are born, actually her attention will be on them. Then he says, no, she used to love me so much. So too she thinks. He used to love me so much during the marriage. Now, अरे वो busy है, जो नौकरी start किया, business money is earning for you only. नहीं समझ में आता उनको, क्राई करते. Samsara, I've explained to you. Okay. Now, one by one thing. As I told you, the tree has got the roots, the main trunk, main branches, secondary branches, the leaves, the tender leaves, and secondary again branches, secondary roots, let us say, from the tree. Especially in that अश्वत्थ वृक्ष, पेड़ के ऊपर से फिर से जड़ बनते हैं, वो 5 जमीन में जाकर और एक ट्री. कोई कोई तो ऐसे होते हैं ना, कौन सा ओरिजिनल है पता ही नहीं चलता. आई हैव सीन वन ट्री इन अवर सम प्लेस, यहाँ से 200 किलोमीटर दूर. इट इज द होल ट्री इज ए ह्यूज वन. बच्चे लोग सैटरडे संडे जाकर खेलते हैं उसमें. बच्चों का अश्वत्थ वृक्ष, उसका नाम ही वो है. दे विल हैंग ऑन टू दैट एंड ऑल. सो मेनी ट्रीज, विच इज द फर्स्ट वन वी डोंट नो. मजा आता है. मे बी 1,000 years ओल्ड, ऐसे बहुत होंगे. Okay, now the basis of these two shlokas for the whole samsara, what you see, what is what, let us try to listen. Listen 2-3 times. Try to grasp. Okay, first is Urdhva Moolam. For this entire samsara vruksha, the Moolam is Urdhva. Okay, Urdhva means Upar. Upar is not physically Upar, because Upar नीचे सब भगवान ही होता. Urdhva means subtler. Urdhva means the cause. Urdhva is that which is big in the first. Urdhva also means it's bigger than the biggest. Therefore, to the samsara vruksha, who is the moolam? That urdhva, upar baithe wala, parabrahma paramatma hi. He is the moolam. So from him came, like from the root the tree came, from the seed the plant came. Isn't it? Urdhva moolam. Try to grasp this much. Aya ki nahi. So this whole universe, cosmos, samsara, you see, for it the moola is that urdhva mein rehne wala Paramatma. Why is called as urdhva? Because he was there before this. He is all pervading. He is infinite. He is the moola, is the karana. Therefore, he is called urdhva and he is the moola. So ये संसार ऊर्ध्व मूल वाला है, या ये संसार का मूल ऊर्ध्व है, वही परमात्मा. ऊर्ध्व मूलम. From him it came. Then adha shakam. Slowly from him, the branches started coming. Like from the tree, the roots, the shakhas come. Adha shakam. Okay. What are the shakhas is? From that Paramatma, when he wants to create the Srishti, he becomes aware of his power. Or when he becomes aware of his power, he wants to use that power to create this samsara, vruksha, samsara. That power is in him, undifferentiated before. Like the power of speaking in me is undifferentiated before I start the class, after I class start the class. But when I do the sankalpa that mujhe lecture dena hai, then I invoke that power in me. And then using that power, whatever the language, whatever the subject, whatever the knowledge or information to be communicated, I keep on doing. Once the talk is over, where is my talking power? It is never separable power from me. I can be without talking. You will be happy also. But talk cannot be without me. Shakti cannot be without Shaktiman Bhagavan. Bhagavan can be without expressing that Shakti, having that Shakti one with him. Any example, not difficult. When you take a water in a glass, okay, and see the water in a river. In the river water, how many waves are there? No, in the water of a glass, is there any wave? Do you mean to say there is no wave in this water? It is there, but it is unexpressed here. There, it is a facility is there for it to express the wave expressed. To add this water to the river, उसमें भी wave आ जाएगा. And when the water is purely seen as water, the power of expressing as wave is inside it, undifferentiated. When it has to express as wave, that power comes out. This is called as first Adha Shaka. That itself is called Bhagavan Shakti. That is called Maya. That is called as Prakriti. We have already seen in 13th chapter, 14th chapter very exhaustively. 7th chapter se hum padhte aa rahe. Adha Shaka. Then from that came, from that Bhagavan's Maya Shakti only, the Mahat Tattva. From the Mahat Tattva came the Virat. Virat means the total gross. Or in the creation of it, from the Mahat, the Samashti Ahankara. In that Samashti Ahankara, it divides into three as Sattvic, Rasik, Tamasik. In the Tamasik Ahankara, the Tanmatras, Rasik Ahankara, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Antakarnas, and Sattvic Ahankara say Adhisthana Devatas. Into all of them, Paramatma enters, then only they all become active. Like all the electrical gadgets are connected. फ्रिज लगाया, बल्ब लगाया, फैन लगाया, एसी लगाया, कूलर लगाया, washing machine, grinder. They're all there, but none of them work. Suddenly, when you put on the main or switch, all of them work, but work differently. Washing machine will wash the clothes only, grinder will grind only. Bulb will make the light, fan will move, refrigerator freezes the things. Isn't it? But all of them are there, but electricity has to be in them. So too, for all the Adhisthana Devatas, their working ability will come when the God enters them. So too, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya will work when the Paramatma enters them. So too, the Tanmatras become Panchamahabhutas and they mix with each other and become Stula Sharira again with Paramatma's presence in them. These are all things you keep listening, slowly the knowledge will grow. Our Shastras talk about whole the creation in this way. This is the knowledge to be given first, but it bolte nahi. Only the science you study. That leads to only ignorance because they never talk to you about the substratum. So I have told you two things. Urdhva Moolam. Moola is Urdhva for this whole samsara. Adhashakam. These branches are below. So in that below branching, I told you how Lord is Sankalpa, is Shakti. Shakti in the causal form comes to manifest as subtle form, that's called Mahatattva. From that, the gross way it appears, it expresses, that's what I told you. Mahatattva, Samashti Ankara gets divided into Sattvic, Rasik, Tamasic Ankar, because Prakriti mein to teen guna हमेशा होते हैं. Then from that each of the Ankara, the world which you see, the things required, they are formed. Do you see the graphs bodies or not? Yeah, they are made from Panchamahabhutas. Where from the Panchamahabhutas came? From Tanmatras. Where from the Tanmatras came? From the Tamasika Ahankara. From where it has come? From the Mahatattva. From where it has come? from the Ishvara's Maya Shakti. Where the Shakti came from the Lord, it was undifferentiated. When the creation has to be made, it came to manifest. Okay. So too, do you see in every of the gross body, the Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas and Antakarana? है कि नहीं? Five organs of perception, five organs of action, four internal organs. Jnanendriyas are the eyes, nose, ears, tongue and skin. Karmendriyas are the hands, legs, genital organ of evacuation and the speech. The four inner organs are mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. है कि नहीं ये सब? अरे है भाई, ये सब कहाँ से आए? They all have come the rajasic ahankara. Where from the Rajava Ahankara came? From the Samishti Ahankara. Where from it came? From Mahat Where from Mahat From the Prakriti Avyakta Maya. Where from it came? From Bhagavan. So too, do you see the Adhisthana Devatas? They are making these Jnanendriya, Karmendriya function. They are there. The powers, they are there. Where from they have come? They came from the सात्विक अहंकार. वो कहाँ से आया? समिष्टि अहंकार से. वो कहाँ से आया? महत्त्व से. Where from it has come? प्रकृति. Where it has come from? परमात्मा. Then how come all of them are combined in such a manner that in the Stula Sharira, the Sukshma Sharira entered. In the Sukshma Sharira, the Devatas entered. And all of them are entered by Bhagavan, therefore only they are functional. Like electricity goes in through the wire into all those gadgets, then only they function. Therefore, when you listen this way, slowly how the creation has come up, some introduction is being given. You listen this, study more, contemplate on more, you will know it. And one through the high level of meditation, by tracing back from the gross body to subtle, it's called Laya Prakriya, they can reach to Parama. For that, some lives you have to spend only for that job. इस लाइफ में थोड़ा होएगा, नेक्स्ट लाइफ में थोड़ा करते करते करते. बट यू हैव टू बी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल स्पिरिचुअल साधक फॉर दैट. इफ यू आर ए वर्ल्डली फेलो, काय फर्क पड़ता है किधर से दुनिया आया, मेरे को आम मिल रहा है, खाना मिल रहा है, आई एम हैप्पी एंजॉइंग. दैट इज पशुस डू दैट. Pashus are the bhogis. Human beings have to be yogi. Yogi means the one who knows the truth, who knows the substratum, who knows the reality, who knows that from where the whole world came, where it is sustaining and where it is going into. That yogi is, human being is expected to be yogi, not bhogi. Bhogi तो पशु होते. बट समझ मैं तो मनुष्य हूँ, मैं तो फिर भोगी कर रहा हूँ. तो चेंज करो ना फिर अपने आप को. नहीं मुझे मजा आ रहा है वो करो, फिर डोंट आस्क मी. तुम्हारी मर्जी है भाई, एंजॉय कर रहे तो करो, बट डोंट क्राई. बट आई वांट टू बिकम ज्ञानी. बट फिर आओ आओ पढ़ो, शास्त्र पढ़ो, सत्संग करो. बट इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, बट लीव इट. बट स्टिल आई वांट टू लर्न, देन वर्क हार्ड. Who says not to you, my प्यारे? ओके. ऊर्ध्वमूलम अधशाखम, दोनों हो गए. लाइक दैट अश्वत्थ वृक्ष, दिस वर्ल्ड also, samsara also called as ashwatha. Why ashwatha? I already told it. Like the tree, though appears to be the same, not same. Every moment in the tree also, there is not the same thing. कोई पत्ते गिर भी गए होंगे, कोई नए आए होंगे, कोई ओल्ड भी हो गए होंगे, ड्राइड अप भी हो गए होंगे. So too some new roots must have come, old roots might have died. In a tree, you think that it is same. No, you see the tree, look here, again look at the tree. In that 1 second only, lot of changes happened in the tree. So next to moment it is not the same. That is the meaning of ashwattham. Just like the tree, so to the samsara is not same. Ashwaha. Shwaha means kal actually. Kal means next moment भी जैसे का वैसा नहीं रहता. But interesting point, avyayam. But still, the tree continues to be there. With all inner changes happening every moment, very interesting thing is what? Whole tree is there with 1,000 years. ये 1,000 साल का पेड़ जो हर क्षण बदल रहा है. Like the father-in-law gave the scooter 40 years back. 40 years back, same scooter. But not even one part is same. जो 40 साल में टायर बदल गया, सीट बदल गया, हैंडल कुछ isn't it? Ashwattham and Abhyayam. See the contradiction there. Ashwattham is not the same tomorrow. Abhyayam means it is eternally going on there. Example is tree. Every moment is changing, but खड़ा है कि नहीं 1000 साल से. There are some trees. उसको देखकर measure करते हैं कितना साल पुराना, 100 साल, 200, 300. There are some trees 2000-year old also. Some seeds also are there which can sustain for 200, 300, 400 years. Seeds. उतने साल सीड 200 years is a big time बाबा. सब नहीं होते, सब erosion एटमॉस्फेयर चेंज होकर मर जाते. बट सम स्टे लाइक चने का बीज लगाओ रह जाते हैं, उसको आप प्रॉपरली पैक करके रखो. डोंट अलाउ इट टू ईटन में कीड़े मकोड़े, तो रहेगा वो बीज. 100 साल के बाद बीज वो प्लांट आ जाएगा प्रॉपरली. अव्ययम अंडरस्टूड. अश्वत्थम एंड अव्ययम. Okay, Urdhvamulam is Parabrahma is the one from whom this whole Samsara Vruksha came. How did it came? Adashakam through the branches. What are the branches? The Maya, the Mahatattva, from that the Ahankara, three Ahankaras, from that Panchamamutas, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Antakarana, and Adhisthana Devatas. This is how the creation came. First it is always in Samashti, then the Vyashti. First the wholesale, then retail में होता है. Clear? Now I have to explain to you. Chandamsi yasya paranani yahatam veda savedavita adaschordam prasrutastasya shakaha. 2. That's why I thought of re-explaining it to you so that if you are interested and have patience and दिमाग, ऐसा ज्ञान आपको मिलेगा जो very subtle, great knowledge about the Shastras, which talk about how the creation came up. Then what we have to do with this creation will come from third chapter onwards. Simple. Don't get attached to it. Recognize the substratum, the Lord, who is the basis of it. Your identity with Him. मजा आता है रे बाबा. एक बार वेदांत में आ जाओ ना, उसका टेस्ट मिलने लगता है ना. नथिंग ग्रेटर देन दिस. Any of the spiritual things. बस you have to cross that barricade or those threshold. है ना? Once you come into it, there is a great, calm and quiet, peaceful, inner, pure joy. Not like the pleasures of the worldliness where you do dhoka dhadi, you indulge with objects and senses. They're all more pain and misery than joy. ये सब नहीं होता इधर. वहाँ तो पाप करना पड़ता है, धोखा देना पड़ता है, उससे पैसे मिलेंगे. With that money you buy something. There also you do hera fairy. That's all world very funny. But this spiritual life of bhakti and jnanam, and through that growing subtly, that has a different charm. लग गया मानो टेस्ट. वो होगा when you ask the Bhagwan, when you serve your gurus. Gurus have the tremendous tapas shakti, na? That shakti they will give us, they use for us to fulfill this ambition of growing spiritually. Practically होता है वो. देखो अपने जीवन में 20 साल है, गुरु को पकड़ के तुम, you can try right now at this age. So many Mahatmas are the world who are nearby, who can tune to you, you can tune. पकड़ो उनको, अब उनके चरण में रहो. Keep on studying Shastra from him, contemplate, ask questions, do what he says. You can see in 15, 20 years. Now you are 20 years age, 40 साल तक तुम्हारा इतना बढ़िया सा भेजा बढ़ेगा, ज्ञान बढ़ेगा. Total life's orientation will change. You will not be a samsari, you will be a sadhak. Like we have the introduction today, the vancha, the longing will change from the binding towards the liberating. Some more things tomorrow we'll say. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Abadam Apahartaram Dataram Sarva Sampadam Lokabhiramam Sri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Ramanama Varanani. Om Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam Balakandam Pratama Sargaha At Trinavaditama Shloka Chaturnavaditama Panchanavaditama Shloka. Okay, from 92 third line से पढ़ता हूँ मैं. न चाभिक्षुद्भयं तत्र न तस्करभयं तथा नगराणि च राष्ट्राणि धनधान्ययुतानि च नित्यं प्रमुदिताः सर्वे यथा कृतयुगे तथा अश्वमेधशतैरिष्ट्वा तथा बहुसुवर्णकैः गवां कोट्ययुतं दत्त्वा विद्वद्भ्यो विधिपूर्वकम् असङ्ख्येयं धनं दत्त्वा ब्राह्मणेभ्यो महायशाः. Bhagavan Rama, when he became Raja, how he ruled the kingdom, we are seeing it. These are all symptoms or symbols of Rama Rajya. So these are in very detail explained in the main Ramayana. ये तो संक्षिप्त रामायण है. So yesterday we have seen few things. I'll just say them only, will not explain that when Rama was Raja, na Agnijam Bhayam. Fire related fears, calamities were never there. Na apsu majjanti jantavaha. No, not even animals also die by getting drowned in the waters. Isn't it? So all those taken cares are taken. No, it has got hundreds of meanings to explain. अब मैं सब बताते रहूं तो घंटे लगेंगे. For example, they have no fear of fire means no forest fires are there, no yajna doing fires catching the fire, no the domestic cooking fires will burn, nor even the fire of sunlight will burn. That is the meaning of nacha agnijam bhayam. In the same way, the inner body also has a agni, the fire elements, the temperature वाला. वो बढ़कर भी बंदे ज़्यादा टेम्परेचर होकर भी दिक्कत खाते हैं ना, दे विल बिकम डिसीज्ड, वो भी नहीं है. The opposite of it also you have to understand. We have the fear with the fire also when there is no fire. Okay ना, अग्नि नहीं रहने का भी भय होता है. Isn't it? When there is no agni in the body, the ठंडा पड़ जाएगा, gone cold. So to the proper agni is not there, you can't do yajna ना. प्रॉपर अग्नि नहीं है तो यू कांट कुक. गैस खत्म हो गया, बनेगा कहाँ? 3 घंटे लगाओ स्टोव पे. यू अंडरस्टूड. अग्नि का भय नहीं रहना मतलब लाइक सूर्य अग्नि, बहुत सर्दी है तो यू नीड द अग्नि ऑल्सो. अब बहुत गर्मी है तो नहीं होना चाहिए. बोथ वेज यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. द रामा टुक ऑल मेजर्स दैट द अग्नि इज एन एसेट, नॉट लायबिलिटी, थ्रू आउट द टाइम. दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ नच अग्निजम भयम. सो टू न अपसु मज्जंती जंतवाहा. That means what? People don't die drowning in the water. People are animals. That means what? No floodings, no problem because of over rains, etc. All of them are controlled through yajnas. जितना चाहिए उतना ही. So too, the no drought, suffering because of drought, extra water also, no water also. सुनामी आ गया, ज्यादा पानी हो गया, मर ही जाते हैं. सूखा हो गया, पानी नहीं तभी मर जाते. तो ड्राउनिंग इन द वाटर मीन्स बोथ वेज. एक्सेसिव वाटर से मर गए, नो वाटर. सो दैट कंट्री कौन सा था वो, ताइवान वाइवान या मालदीव को पूरे ग्लेशियर्स को पिघला के द चाइना इज गिविंग वाटर लास्ट 2-3 days से. बिकॉज टू मच ऑफ ओशनिक वाटर हैज कम, सो द सॉइल हैज बिकम स्पॉइल्ड. पीने को पानी नहीं है उनको. दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड इन एन एक्सपेंसिव मैनर. शास्त्र पढ़ोगे तो ना वो विजन धीरे धीरे डेवलप होगा. Third one is what? Na vatajam bhayam. No bhaya because of vata means vayu. So too many winds are not there. Also no stagnation of the wind or air, that there is suffocation. Proper ventilations and everything. So too the vayu, if it is poisoned, gaseous, if you inhale it, we die only. You can see in the chemical laboratories and all, कितना poisonous होता है वायु. तो ऐसा वायु से, वायु रहने का नहीं रहने का, अच्छा वायु बुरा वायु, सारे प्लान करके होता था कि nobody suffers because of the no wind or excessive wind or poisonous air or non poisonous, no poison. In that way you have to understand na vata jam bhayam kinchit. And now this is personally also. Na apsumajjanti mein to in my body when the water is less, whole digestive system, everything gets destroyed. So to vatajam, the vayu, the gaseous problem. The prana sanchara in the body, if it is not there, so many physiological functions get troubled. That is why exercise pranayam करके the vayu properly inhale exhale होता है, all 9 systems properly work. You have to understand it that way also. Rama is to ensure that outside and inside these Pancha Mahabhutas don't trouble. He did it by disciplined way and by making the yajnas done, Ahut is offered to Agni, Vayu, Varuna, then they bless. They're all देवतास आर देयर. उनको यज्ञ में आप आहुतियाँ दो, वो लोग खुश होकर जितना चाहिए उतने गर्मी देंगे, जितना चाहिए उतना बरखा ही देंगे, जितना चाहिए उतना ही वायु देंगे. That's the meaning. So, न वातच भयम किंचित, then नापि ज्वर कृतं तथा. The jwara is both. Fever is one jwara. The jwara means the shivering, etc. भूत प्रेत को देखकर डर लगता है, बुखार भी आता, शत्रुओं को देखकर भी. So, न ज्वर कृतं भयम किंचित. Jwara is symptom leading to the understanding of any of the diseases. तो किसी का कोई भी टेम्परेचर न कम था न ज्यादा था, कभी नॉर्मल नहीं हुआ. 98.4. You have to understand in its expansive way the meaning. When you say it is the Chartijam Bhaya means all the fire brigade is well managed. Na Apsumajjanti means the water works department was working efficiently. Na Vatajam Bhaya means the people who take care of atmosphere, they are well doing. Then Jarakrutam means all medical professionals are very alert to serve the needy. That's the meaning you have to understand. Finally, Nacha Apikshud Bhayam Tatra. There is no fear of Bhojanam. Kshudha ka nahi hai. So the Kshud Bhayam nahi hona ka arth kya hua? First of all, the lands have to be maintained fertile. Second, the farmers have to be encouraged and inspired. Third, in the farming land, along with farmers, so many workers work. They have to inspired and well fed and taken care. Then, the katauti ke time wale, packing wale, sales wale, जो भोजन का जो चेन होता है ना, चेन ऑफ सप्लाई बोलते हैं, all of them are taken care so that every individual is getting 3 times sufficient food. Nobody has the fear for the hunger. So it is not a small work. An example is today India has got 142 crores of people. Every day 3 times they are eating food या 2 times जो भी. तो imagine करो जो food supply chain कितना effectively काम कर रहा होगा. 142 करोड़ लोग 3 दफा वेराइटी ऑफ खाना खा रहे हैं. And how many millions of other animals are there? They're also given food and all. Think in big way, magnanimous. Then you understand there's Bhagwan who is managing all this through these individuals. Like I am the Bhagwan to this body, managing the body through every of the part. I am there in the hand, I am in the leg, I am in the nose, ears. So to the Lord only is working through farmers, doctors, lawyers, engineers, politicians, managing the show of the whole world. To manage, they have to be given individuality. But that individuality, they make it as ego and they become selfish and they forget the God, then they suffer. Till they give up selfishness with selflessness and give up the ego by merging with the God, they suffer. अब ये दूसरा एंगल ऑफ डिस्कशन होगा. So, na chapikshud bhayam tatra, na taskara bhayam tatha. No fear of chore. All types of chori. For 2 reasons. The law and order is very strict and powerful. Second is nobody need to do the taskara because everybody is well fed, well taken care. चोरी तस्कराइज रातों में चोरी करने वाले थे, ऑनलाइन चोरी करने वाले थे, घोटाले करके चोरी करने वाले थे, गवर्नमेंटों में सैंक्शनड फंड्स को खाकर डुप्लीकेट वाले ऐसे बिल्डिंग बनाना करते हैं, ब्रिजेस, ये सारे तस्कर ही हैं. एट द लोअर लेवल में 30 रुपए का सब्जी 50 रुपए में बेचना, अडल्ट्रेशन करना, दिस आर ऑल तस्करता, isn't it? All the synthetic चीजें बनाना, all you have to understand in one word, तस्कर, ये सब चोर है. Nowhere that is there. Everything is fair, frank, honest. दूध में पानी मिलाते हैं वो भी तस्करता है ना. फ्रूट्स आर ग्रोन विथ केमिकल्स, बाहर इतना बड़ा दिखता है, अंदर कुछ नहीं होता, फिर दैट इज चोरी है वो. And that you don't blame them. The blame is ours because we have become excessive consumers without any control. बिकॉज काम धंधा नहीं, कोई स्पिरिचुअलिटी नहीं है, टाइम पूरा फ्री है, तो जो दिमाग खाली होता है, खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर है, तो भोग आसक्ति बढ़ता है. तो इतने लोगों को भोग देना है तो नेचुरली तो होगा नहीं, Therefore, you have to make artificial. We are the culprits. Just all Indians decide to stop becoming excessive bhogi. Within 1 month, you will see all adulterations will stop. Understood? We have become bhogi. Bhogi in the sense indulging in the things which are not required. हाँ 2 दफा खाना खाओ पेट भर हो जाएगा ना. नो चाय चाहिए कॉफी चाहिए नमकीन चाहिए ये चाहिए वो चाहिए हजारों वी ऐड टू दैट देन टू गाओ ये सब they have to do all malfunctions, all wrong things they have to do. Lot of discussions it length हो जाएगा वो. So this is how Sri Ram ji was highly expert ruler and leader, ruling the whole country. हो गया. Now next one नगराणि च राष्ट्राणि धन धान्य युतानि. Nagara, Rashtra, whole of them are full of the dhana and dhanya. It is changeable. Dhanya converted into the dhana and dhana used for the dhanya and other comforts. And how is it done? Again, when the employment is generated, people are made to work and then they are given good remuneration. So nobody is in poverty. Dhanya ka, dhana ka, kisi ko kami kahi nahi. So nagarani cha rashtrani dhana dhanya yutani. When you say dhanya, food is sufficient. Dhana means all other comforts are there as much they are required. Nagarani cha rashtrani dhana dhanya yutani. No, that happens when you work hard. When you continuously call the meeting of ministers and discuss with them देश में कहाँ क्या हो रहा है किस चीज़ की कमी है क्या नेचुरल प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है what is the problem with the human beings human resources how to tap how to train how to integrate लंबा बड़ा सा काम और Ramaji was doing that he was not lazy that is the meaning of नगराणि च राष्ट्राणि धन धान्येतानि because of all this नित्यं प्रमुदिताः सर्वे यथा कृतयुगे तथा the people were extremely content and happy, just like in the Kruta Yuga. I will explain this in 2 minutes tomorrow. Then we take up the next two shlokas. Important. When you become administrator tomorrow, consciously you have to work on all these things. And there is no selfishness expected. Never ever. Wherever you are posted, work for the company, work for the nation through that company, work for the whole universe through the nation. पूरे विश्व के लिए हमें काम करना देश becomes माध्यम because we belong to this country and it is so glorious and divine. For that matter, for every citizen of any country, their country is sacred. वो होना भी वैसा ही चाहिए. Because somewhere when you have that love, you start working. कोई कहीं प्रेम नहीं ना देशभक्त है ना धर्म भक्त है ना माता पिता भक्त है ना गुरु भक्त है फिर करेगा क्या ये भोगी बनेगा ये like the youngsters nowhere they have love respect they are only indulgent fellows. If they have respect for mothers, they serve mother, father. नहीं है इसलिए they have to serve me. I sit like a buffalo in front of TV watching cricket match. Then growing all around like a football, eating food, becoming football. Useless. Don't be that. Huh? I don't expect my children like that. Those who come to these classes. You are only an asset to the world, continuously serving. Get lost in serving the world, not get lost in bhoga. तुम्हारी मर्जी बेटा ओके ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः वी ओनली गाइड यू बिकॉज वी लव यू बट चॉइस इज yours you are intelligent you also think like that na therefore we have to leave it to you है ना सोचते हो कि नहीं अकलमंद है अकलमंद की सोचने में है कि होने में है आप सोच लो anyway now two only mantras I will chant today 6th and 7th I have doubt whether I have taught the 5th one. Yeah. परसों 4th एक ही पढ़ा है तो कल 5th आज 6th 7th. ओम अथ श्रीकेन उपनिषदो चतुर्थः खण्डः षष्ठो मन्त्रः तद्वनन्नाम तद्ह तद्वनन्नाम तद्ह तद्वनन्नाम तद्ह तद्वनन्नाम तद्वनमिति उपासितव्यं तद्वनमिति उपासितव्यं तद्वनमिति उपासितव्यं तद्वनमिति उपासितव्यं स य एतदेवं वेद 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 अभिहैनकं सर्वाणि भूतानि संवाञ्छन्ति अभिहैनकं सर्वाणि भूतानि संवाञ्छन्ति अभिहैनकं सर्वाणि भूतानि संवाञ्छन्ति अभिहैनकं सर्वाणि भूतानि संवाञ्छन्ति. This is the sixth mantra. 4 times. Tadha tadvanannama tadvanamidhi upasitavyam saya etadevam veda abhihainagam sarvani bhutani samvanchanti tadha tadvanannama tadvanamidhi upasitavyam स य एतदेवं वेद अभिहैनकं सर्वाणि भूतानि संवाञ्छन्ति तदह तद्वनन्नाम तद्वनमिति उपासितव्यं स य एतदेवं वेद अभिहैनकं सर्वाणि भूतानि संवाञ्छन्ति तदह तद्वनन्नाम तद्वनमिति उपासितव्यं स य एतदेवं वेद अभिहैनकं सर्वाणि भूतानि संवाञ्छन्ति. इतना सुनकर बच्चा पूछता है फिर से, गुरु महाराज उपनिषद पढ़ाओ. अरे बुद्धू, अब तक जो पढ़ाया है वो सब उपनिषद ही तो है. मतलब इसका अर्थ है कि और कुछ है क्या. उपनिषदं भो ब्रूहीत्युक्ता उपनिषदं भो ब्रूहीत्युक्ता उपनिषदं भो ब्रूहीत्युक्ता उपनिषदं भो ब्रूहीत्युक्ता त उपनिषदं ब्राह्मीं वाव त उपनिषद ब्राह्मीं वाव त उपनिषद ब्राह्मीं वाव त उपनिषद ब्राह्मीं वाव त उपनिषदमब्रूम इति तदुपनिषदमब्रूम इति त उपनिषदमब्रूम इति त उपनिषदम अब्रूम इति त उपनिषदम अब्रूम इति. टुगेदर. उपनिषदं भो ब्रूहीत्युक्ता त उपनिषद ब्राह्मीं वाव त उपनिषदमब्रूम इति उपनिषदं भो ब्रूहीत्युक्ता त उपनिषद ब्राह्मीं वाव त उपनिषदमब्रूम इति उपनिषदं भो ब्रूहीत्युक्ता त उपनिषदं ब्राह्मीं वाव त उपनिषदम अब्रूम इति उपनिषदं भो ब्रूहीत्युक्ता त उपनिषदं ब्राह्मीं वाव त उपनिषदम अब्रूम इति. Only two more are there. Tomorrow will chant. टाइम है तो कल, नहीं तो परसों टोटल उपनिषद पारायण एक बार होगा. These are the efforts we have to start better. Then only we become familiar with them. Then a day will come where we want to understand them. We go to the Guru, we understand, we study and understand. Then slowly we become spiritual. That is how we evolve. वो 20 साल का जाना पल के लिए आज बीज बोते कि नहीं. I am doing that for all of us. As you grow in love, elderly you become. For that time, for you to become spiritual, I am sowing the seeds in you now. Otherwise, you will create naraka for yourself and others when you grow. As you see the oldies, no spiritual sadhana, no any of the thing. और भी भोग चाहिए, और भी तंग करते रहते हैं बच्चों को, बहुओं को, सब इसलिए भाग जाते हैं घर छोड़कर. Why the children are staying worried? Because these dushta elders. Why the dushtata in them? There is no shishtata called spirituality. Why? There are no seeds when the seeds have to be sown when they were young. So I am sowing now in you. Like that, so many people are. You allow them to slowly grow. When you grow along with your life, once you settle in your other professions and children and all, आप देखो ले लो this sadhana. अभी मत करो, अभी सिर्फ सुनो. अब तो जिंदगी को जियो. But once you grow to that age, Swamiji taught Kena Upanishad and all. Now let me study them in depth. Let me understand. Let me meditate. देखो कितना inspired रहेगा life. For that we are doing this. Okay. 2 mantras. Tadha tadvarannama tadvaramidhi upasitavyam saya etadevam veda abhihainagam sarvani bhutani samvanchanti upanishadam bho bruhityukta ta upanishadam brahmim bhava ta upanishadam abruma iti. Thank you. ओम शांति शांति शांति. टुमारो केनो उपनिषद हो जाएगा. देन पूरा एक बार पढ़कर मे बी अ डे Katha Upanishad we start teaching you. Powerful they are. I am not touching the meaning of any of them. Let me first be satisfied in teaching Gita to you. एक बार हो गया पूरा, then again we may take it up. But ये तो चलता रहेगा. 1 hour per day I am dedicating to my beloved youngsters of this country. This is the seva I can do. I can't do other things. I am teaching Gita, I am teaching Upanishad chanting, I am teaching Ramayana, and we are doing that common sense thought, we are chanting Veda mantras. All sacred spiritual. Other nautanki तो तुम बहुत लोग हैं तुमको सिखाने को. I am not here to teach you swimming, but I teach you how to swim in the across samsara sagar. I am not here to teach you how to drive, but I will teach you how to drive in your own life. I can't teach you in earning the money, but I can teach you in earning more valuable money called as bhakti, jnana, and values. We are here in this way for this purpose. If you're really convinced, if you're really matured in thinking and understanding the glory of it, not only will continue, you also bring your friends. These are all only for the highly qualified, sublime, matured youngsters. अब बाकी जो धूम धड़ाका करेंगे फंसेंगे in petty paltry silly things of the world, those who indulge, not only you are youngsters, even the buddha log of 50, 60, 70 also, when they are behaving worse than the youth and the childlike in their indulgences, how can I blame you or say anything to you? But whether they are elderly or young, wherever you are in your stage of life, what is most sacred and crucial is exposure to these spiritual things. Especially because we belong to Bharat Mata, we are in Sanatana Dharma, we should not miss. And all these are told only in a goodwill with all our love and respect to you, only after knowing the glory of all these things. Otherwise, हमारा क्या है तुम्हारे जिंदगी में दखल करने का नहीं है. We know you are free bird, you are independent, you are individual, your life is yours, all that we know. That's why in a humble, simple manner, in a requesting mode only, we discuss all these things to you with our ambition different. Our ambition is serving our Sanatana Dharma, serving our Shivarampara, serving our Bharata Mata, serving this Adhyatmikata and Shastras. And if you also get benefited, it's good for you. Welcome that way. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjana Shantima Priyat, Shanto Mucheta Vandebhya, Mukta Shanyam Vimochet, Asodoma Sadgame, Tamasoma Jyotirgame, Mrityorma Mritangame, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat, Purnamudachide Purnase Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate Om, Shanti 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 Hari Om, Sri Guru Bhyo, Paramarashibhyo, Parabrahmane, Shruti Matri, Om Tat Sat, Brahmaram Namastu Bol Sri, Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai, Geeta Mata ki jai, व्यास भगवान की जय, रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, रामायण महाशास्त्र की जय, वाल्मीकि भगवान की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, आज के आनंद की जय, नमः पार्वती पते हर महादेव हर, सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन, गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण, जय जय राम राम अम्बे अम्बे, श्री आदि पराशक्ति गीता माता की जय, समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मोक्ष मुक्त गण की जय, भारत माता की जय, सनातन धर्म की जय, वैदिक संस्कृति की जय, आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय, समस्त युवा मंडली की जय. Thank you.